Today, we're going to talk about the art of the side hustle. Hi, everybody. Dennis Schiraldi, founder of DOYO Live, the Digital Marketing Interactive Design Conference taking place August 2nd and 3rd. Thanks so much if you are dropping by, getting ready to walk on your way out the door to hit the lunch spot. I got a couple good suggestions if you're in the Boardman area. I would definitely drop by Gordy's. I'm not getting paid to say that. It's just the fact that I show a lot of love for Gordy's. She came to the conference last year. Love going there for lunch. Not a bad idea ever also to stop by Mission Tacos. If you've not been there, I would do that as well. Again, not getting paid to endorse either one of those places in full disclosure. And then I would stop by Branch Street afterwards for a cup of coffee. Matt is doing some amazing things over there. Downtown, where's your spot? V2, can't go wrong there. In any case, today what I want to talk to you a little bit about is the art of the side hustle. And you hear people talking about this like this is some new invention, right? People have been side hustling, at least in my family and where I grew up, Youngstown, Ohio, for as long as I can potentially remember. I remember when I moved to New York City, people were like, yeah, your day job's what you do, and then you're making money on the side. And, you know, kind of going back generationally, you know, we had a lot of people that were blue-collar workers in the area that we're from now, and these are people that knew how to do things with their hands. They worked for a living, so they developed a skill set, you know, working in foundries and mills in the area, and because of that, they were able to work shifts that were generally 8 to 10 hours long, and then after work, they were able to actually pick up some business and apply some of that physical labor, highly skilled labor skill set. So, you know, like in my father-in-law's case, he worked in the mills until they shut down at 42 years old. He had done remodeling projects on the side, and then he got into building apartments. Well, actually, he was doing apartment and rentals through that time that he worked at the mill. And then he got into building houses as well. And as the mills declined, his side hustle became his full-time hustle with building homes, custom-built homes, apartment complexes, and then obviously still doing the remodeling work. My own father, a highly skilled laborer, a pattern maker, made a career at the Falcon Foundry, but then on the side, always had work going after work hours, whether he was remodeling kitchens, building cabinets, building shelving for people, applying that skilled labor skill set to the mix. Doilies, thanks for dropping by today. It means so much to me. We're talking about this art of the side hustle today. So this is nothing new. In addition to my pops running some side work outside of the Falcon Foundry, building custom cabinetry work, things like that he did as a skilled laborer. He even at one time had a run putting together vinyl siding on houses in the mid to late 80s. A lot of school teachers for the course of the time of being have always worked these just amazing hours, 7 to 3. I'm a former school teacher with a master's in ed administration, and a lot of our school teachers would work after hours as painters. I don't know what the combination, the connection was between the two. And then in the summertime, they'd pick up that work. Teachers work essentially very hard jobs. It's a very important calling. I would call it more of a calling than a job. Essentially work 8 months out of the year when you figure in Thanksgiving, breaks at Christmas and Easter, and then a kind of a 2.5, 3 month summer vacation. You're looking at about an 8-month stint. That's a lot of time to be able to go out and work some sort of other meaningful job that brings in money. A lot of people are out there hustling a side job, not just for the money factor, but they're following passion projects, right? So maybe you work for a big corporation and they've either blessed it or it's not a conflict of interest. And so that you want to kind of follow some passion projects, and people donate their time to community service projects, so they decide to maybe turn this into money-making opportunities. And because of that, this has become more and more prevalent, especially because the barrier to entry with internet and flexible work schedules and remote working opportunities has become more and more prevalent. So the kind of the art of the side hustle people following that passion project. A lot of times it's in the digital landscape now. You know, one of the side hustles, this is funny, so you'll hear a lot of, you know, like a guy like Gary Vaynerchuk, who I'm a big fan of, consume a lot of his information on a consistent basis. He just brings a lot of energy and focus to entrepreneurs and marketing in general. And if you've not followed the Gary V show, I absolutely would recommend it. It's a great show for you to just tap into and follow along with. Anyway, Gary Vaynerchuk's always preaching about this side hustle. Sorry about that. This is a live show, and Hooper, our lovely, adorable Labrador Retriever that's about 6 months old. Hoop, get over here. Come here, say hi to everybody. Hey everybody, let me show you Hooper. Say hi, Hooper. He's just a little bit excited. We've got a lot going on here. So anyway, all right, Hooper. So this is Hooper. Hooper has no side hustle. Hooper just is Hooper and brings a lot of joy and love into our family. And as a 6-month-old puppy, he's still getting acclimated. So anyway, are you cool? Come on, get out of the way. Go lay down. Go. One of the things that you'll hear Gary Vaynerchuk preaching about is kind of like an eBay side hustle. So you go to garage sales on the weekends, you find stuff that you have maybe some expertise, and then you hustle it over into eBay. And this is nothing new. Like, I can tell you stories, whether this is good, bad, and indifferent, but to be fully transparent, you know, back in 2002 to 2005-ish, when eBay came onto the scene, you know, we were out snowboarding a lot in those days, and you could go grab a snowboard package at local area sporting goods stores, and they would sell you boots, binding, and snowboard for just an absolute giveaway, like $125. And we would go make these purchases, these wholesale purchases on this package deal, and then we would hustle them over onto eBay for like double or triple the amount of the price that we were actually paying retail for. And so a lot of people in this day and age look at a garage sale, or even just look for stuff around your house and start to repurpose that into eBay, or buy, sell, and trade onto Facebook. But here's the art of the side hustle, is just basically become this. You know, establish an opportunity, you know, especially if you're very entrepreneurially minded. I would tell you that you need to align opportunities that fit within the genre and the skill set of the direction that you want to go, from a passion perspective of that's what you really want to be doing. Because that's probably one of the biggest reasons that anybody establishes some sort of side hustle. Like, the money's nice, but it's really at the end of the day that people get locked up into paying bills, having to put food on the table, and working in a job that maybe doesn't bring them as much meaning as potentially as something that they really want to be doing. So until you can be able to establish yourself in that field as maybe the expertise, or get the business really going, it's always an awesome opportunity to maybe establish some sort of side work that you apply your skill set, knowledge, expertise. In my case, digital marketing. So if, you know, when the time was right, and I was still, I would go out and I would find people that I could essentially moonlight for, provide them expertise and guidance from a social media perspective, a digital marketing perspective. Heck, if you look at my business model now today, you know, I've got a marketing conference, DOYO Live. I've recently launched a print publication that is called the Icons of Youngstown. So you can kind of deem, you know, these multiple income streams aren't side hustles, but they're opportunities. And then obviously a consulting arm of my business. But the side hustle is nothing new. Try and find, again, the advice I have for you is try and find opportunities to work in environments of things that you think that you really want to be doing, that you're passionate about, that your income level doesn't give you the opportunity to step away from it at this particular time, because you have responsibilities, you know, to a family, to a bigger cause, to paying off student loan debt. I completely get it. But the things that you're most passionate about are the things that are going to be your biggest revenue drivers in the long term. So if you can't step away from it, listen, it's not easy. It's incredibly hard work. You know, you have your day job. that you're going to work 8 to 5, 8 to 6, and then you're going to have this after hours thing, and utilize that discipline, that passion to get you through that. So when you wake up in the morning, commit to saying that from 6 in the morning to 8 until you have to go to that day job, or commit to it, that you're going to work on your side passion project or that side hustle. And then during the working hour days, you obviously commit. Don't mix the two because it's just a recipe for disaster. It's a conflict of interest a lot of times. You're brokering time between these two different entities and organizations. But set parameters for yourself. Once you get all that work done, that primary commitment, almost treat that primary commitment like they're a client of yours from a certain aspect. And then once you're able to button up all your phone calls, emails, projects, then turn your focus and reward yourself with your side hustle or your passion project. And again, keeping in mind too that we're living in this world that's 365, 24/7 connected to the digital landscape. I tend to lean towards that because that's what I do. Got a good friend of mine, Beth Hawks, at the TBG Digital. They are a HubSpot shop, one of the only certified HubSpot agencies in the Youngstown, Ohio area. Beth is actually speaking at DOYO Live on content and inbound marketing strategies on August 3rd. But Beth, especially in the marketing world, it's always very process oriented. It never ends. If you end April, you start back in May. Hey Dina, thanks for dropping by. Candice, thanks for dropping by. Stephanie, what's going on, girl? You want to drop on by? I love my neighbor Stephanie. She's always hopping on and supporting the DOYO Live initiative, and hope that I'm bringing you some value. Kristen, thank you for dropping by as well. It means everything to us that we've got some fans that want to listen. I'm trying to go live every day this month and give away some value. We also have our breakout session leaders that are dropping by. Today's a very special day, by the way, in DOYO Live Land. It's May 3rd. And if any of you know what that means, it's our 3-month out anniversary. So it's kind of like the pre-anniversary. So May, June, July, August, we are 3 months away from DOYO Live 2017. Tickets are on sale for early bird registration, $150. Use your Candies. Use your Facebook promo code. You will actually get in 10% off that discount. If you're a member of the regional chamber, pay attention to the emails that are going out there, because we're giving even a more significant savings to businesses that are members of the Youngstown Warren Regional Chamber, a sponsor of ours. But Beth Hawks, getting back to her, what she did, so she's got TBG Digital. She manages a handful of clients. Their group is very focused on B2B lead generation, demand generation strategies, especially in the healthcare industry, and more specifically in ambulances, believe it or not. And so Beth has started a whole line of all natural products, Hawks Home Care. What it basically does is she makes soaps that have non-metals, non-allergies. I don't use Beth's products, and I should, but I have transitioned basically, as many of the products in our household as we can to non-metallic products. Stephanie, again, our neighbor Stephanie Hahn, she actually has really turned us on to supplemental oils into our family as a holistic way of approaching health, and I think that it's been very helpful from our perspective to try and have that holistic approach. And we've been organic across the board for a very long time. So Beth has said, I want to have something that I can make with my hands. I do this digital stuff all day long. So she's applied that skill set to marketing, to launching those products that she takes to our good friend Derek McDowell's Youngstown Flea, which on May 20th, Youngstown Flea is coming back. Give them a shout out as well. And applies that. So, look, at the end of the day, you're going to sit around, you're going to binge watch Netflix. Don't get me wrong. Like late at night when it's time to decompress and comes midnight, kids are in bed, I want to turn the marketing thing off. And I want to enjoy some downtime, some TV time. Beth, what's up? You're mad you got to jump onto a call. I know, and I'm giving you big shout outs, big props today, right? So you could catch Beth. I think she's at the frequent flyer down at the Youngstown Flea, and if not, you can just simply Google it at this point. and also catch Beth at DOYO Live 2017. But what are you gonna do? Sit around and binge watch Netflix like all night long, seasons 1, 2, and 3. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I love Narcos, Flake. I can't wait until a couple of these seasons come back. But it's late at night that I'm trying to check out, dumb it down. I love the documentaries. This is not a ringing endorsement for Netflix, but at the end of the day, like, you've got the time, and it just all becomes a matter of oxygen. Like, how bad do you really want that side hustle, that side project to become the full-time endeavor? And again, thank you for dropping by. We've got a lot of great engagement on this one. Let us know what you think. What is your side hustle? Put it into the comments below. Let people know what else you've got going on. Sorry about the disruption with Hooper. Hooper, you want to say bye to everybody? So Hooper's going to check on out. I think we're going to go for our lunchtime walk, clear the mind, do some thinking, get ready to come back in the second half. Big prospecting day for us here. And anyway, thanks for dropping by. Let us know what you think. Thank you.